Hello everyone, my name is Linda. I am here again with a different and beautiful story. Before we delve into our story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our video. The Adventures of the Little Prince, The Secret of the Shadow. On a distant planet, the little prince woke up one morning and realized that his shadow had disappeared. This was a big surprise and a matter of curiosity for him. Living without a shadow was much stranger than he had thought. The prince decided to embark on an adventure to find his shadow and solve this mystery. The little prince set off to trace his shadow. First, he climbed to the top of a mountain where the sun was the brightest, but even there, he couldn't find his shadow. This made him even more curious and determined to solve the mystery of his shadow. During his journey, the little prince encountered different creatures and beings. Each of them offered different theories about the disappearance of the shadow. Some suggested that the shadow might have passed into another dimension, while others thought it was stolen by a spell. The little prince traveled to various parts of the planet to solve this mystery. He searched everywhere from mysterious forests to the banks of magical rivers, but he couldn't find any trace of his shadow. Finally, the little prince decided to consult an old and wise being of the planet. This being, knowledgeable about the secrets of shadows and the hidden aspects of the universe, was old and wise. The little prince approached this wise being to seek help in solving the mystery of his shadow. The little prince arrived at a mysterious cave, where the planet's oldest and wisest being lived. In the cave, he found an old and understanding being filled with knowledge from hundreds of years. The little prince told the old being about the disappearance of his shadow and asked for help. The old being spoke in a deep voice and explained that a shadow was not just a physical entity, but also a part of the soul. The disappearance of a shadow could sometimes signify a turning point in one's inner journey. This could be the beginning of a new perspective and understanding for the little prince. The old being suggested that the little prince embark on an inner journey to find his shadow. To regain his shadow, he needed to explore his inner world and delve into the depths of his own being. The shadow represented one's relationship with oneself and one's inner world. Equipped with this information, the little prince decided to undertake an inner journey. He delved into his inner world and began to explore the depths of his own existence, emotions, and thoughts. During this journey, he confronted his fears, hopes, and dreams. As the little prince went through this journey of inner discovery, he began to understand and accept himself better. With every step, he found a piece of his shadow and got closer to himself. During this process, the little prince realized that his shadow was not just a reflection of the external world but also a part of his inner world. The shadow was a reflection of his existence and soul. In the depths of his inner journey, the little prince reached the most hidden corners of his being and existence. As he faced his fears, joys, and hopes, he began to understand the true meaning of his shadow's disappearance. The shadow was a reflection of his soul and a way of understanding himself. When the little prince completed his journey within, his missing shadow gradually began to return. The shadow appeared in a different way than before, more meaningful and profound. This was a sign of the little prince's self-understanding and acceptance. With the return of his shadow, the little prince felt more whole and complete. This inner journey had given him the opportunity to explore the depths of his being and to understand himself better. The little prince returned to the old being and shared the return of his shadow. The old being appreciated the little prince's accomplishment and offered him this advice: "Your shadow is your most loyal companion. It is a reflection of your light and darkness. Accepting and understanding yourself is a path to true enlightenment." After this experience, the little prince looked at his inner world with greater respect and understanding. His shadow was no longer just a physical entity but also a part of his existence and soul. Our story ends here. Friends, if you are curious about the continuation of the story and other stories, subscribe to our channel. Wishing you always live your dreams. Goodbye.
Our story ends here, friends all. If you're curious about mysteries, subscribe to our channel.